There, and welcome back to the channel. I'm out and about today, off for some lunch, and I fancy a butty, a sandwich. So, where am I going? To the place over there, Lonches El Gallo. The rooster sandwiches, lonche. I'm not sure what the difference is between a lonche and a torta. I must ask the guy. Anyway. Come on, let's give it a whirl. So that's me back from the Lonche place. It's only a short walk. Quite nice out in the midday sun, although not too hot for mad dogs and Englishmen. So I'm back from my first visit to Lonches El Gallo. I was going to see if I could record the interaction with him, but I didn't really think it was that fair, seeing as it's the first time I've been there, and don't like to do that kind of thing. But anyway, I asked him, what's the difference between a lonche and a torta? He said, well, mostly the torta is maybe a little toasted, and generally it's filled with pulled pork, usually leg meat, whereas a lonche is kind of like a big sandwich filled with almost anything, really. Excuse the flannel shirt. Despite the bright sunshine out there, it's a little cooler this morning, well, this day. And what have I come back with? Well, I've ordered the Gallo Especial, the special one. Only 80 pesos. What's that, about £4, £3.50, I think, in British currency. I'm not sure what that is in American. Maybe it's about $3 or so. I'm not really sure, maybe $4. So let's get into it, shall we? So there we have it. All wrapped. Very nice eco packaging. Paper bag, and I think greaseproof paper inside, really. So no plastic bags or polystyrene trays here. So there it is. Well, it's virtually the size of the plate. And it comes, of course, with the complimentary large jalapeno, which has been pickled in kind of, we call it escabeche. And these can be mild. I have managed to eat a whole one once before. Sometimes can have a little bit of a bite to them, I would say. Anyway, let's cut it in half and I'll show you the inside. So, here it is inside. Look at that. How about that for a cross-section of a sandwich? Well, it's a nice looking bread. Nice freshness. Inside there's ham, something called queso de puerco. I'm not quite sure exactly what it is. I've had it before. And I don't know, there's a certain similar thing in British cuisine where it's mostly the head meat of the pig. It also has two kinds of cheeses, tomato, onion, and avocado. So let's give this a bite, shall we? That's nice. The bread is lovely. Nice bread. Rather nice filling. Oh yeah. No, I do like that. So let's try this big boy, shall we? Ooh, that's big also. And I must remember when he screws on one of these things, the vinegar shoots all over the plate. So if I do choke, that's the vinegar. Actually quite a sweetness to that. I would never have said that before, being here in Mexico. That that's a nice large jalapeno chili.
nice and sweet, I would have probably blown my brains out. But goes nicely with the Lonches, actually. Nice filling. So far, so good. I'll go back there again. At that price, one of these, 80 pesos. And quite big. Go to a 7-Eleven or an OXXO and you get one of the plastic wrapped sandwiches for about 60. It's not really as satisfying as one of these looks likely to be. So let me munch through, let me finish it off, and I'll get back to you with my my review and my views on what Lonches del Gallo is like. Well, that's what you would call a sandwich and a half. My word. That was certainly filling. Far more than you get from one of those 7-Eleven or OXXO sandwiches. Very nice mixture. That's the especial, the mid one. They do the lowest one. They just have 3. It's a very nice short menu. The cheapest one at 60 pesos is called the peso, and then there's the Super Gallo at 100 pesos. Well priced, I think. One thing I noticed about his place was that it was really nice and clean. Despite it being a roadside stand, you don't tend to get that from roadside stands selling hamburgers in the UK. They're a little on the dubious side, but this one, very nice and clean, very fresh ingredients. Looks like everything is fresh that day. And to show my bravery there, I managed a half of the jalapeno at least. Wasn't too bad, but it was getting rather on the hot side. But anyway, to show there goes the chili. So how satisfied I was, that's all that there is left of it. Aren't I a good kid? Eating all my lunch. I can have dessert now. What would I give that as a mark? This is the first food review I've done visiting a place. I thought it was rather good. Very good, in fact. Maybe 8.5 to 9 would be a good score. But I couldn't really fault it on anything. Satisfying, filling, sort of thing you could probably give to a builder, though they would probably have 2 of them. I say, nice and clean. Would I go back again? Most certainly. Would I try the Super Gallo? I don't know if that's the especial. For an extra 20 pesos, I wonder how big the Super will be. Anyway, rather enjoyable. Time for a short nap, I think. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and click on the buttons below. Bye for now. Thank you for watching.